You've been using us now, what, for like...
Four
years?
4 or 5 years. Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, long time.
Bro. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way.
No
That's
worries,
massive.
no worries. Well, there's a reason why we've stuck around, right? So
yeah, thank you for that. I guess one of my biggest questions is, like, I think I know the answer, but for someone who doesn't, why did you start with us at the very beginning? What problem were we helping solve at that time?
good question. I would say consistency with prospecting, and I would say probably number of appraisals. And so it's like, as agents, we're very busy, like busy, quotation marks, doing $0 productive stuff.
Sure.
So I heard some of the guys using you and getting really good results as far as getting indoors. And that just was like, wow. Because, I mean, you spend so much money on bloody boosting Facebook posts and doing letter drops to get nothing.
Sure.
A guy said, oh, yeah, K2X booked me 5 appraisals this week. And I was just like, far out. That seems so exciting. Even if they're not sellers, like, who cares? It's like, that's great. So I would say, firstly, hearing about it, that sounded really exciting to get a certain number of appraisals. But again, it was just the consistency of, if I know that there's 3 to 5 appraisals coming in every week, well, that's got to do wonders for my business, rather than going, okay, well, maybe one month I'm going to get 10 appraisals, and the next month have a good month of prospecting and get 60.
Sure.
At least there was that consistency from you guys.
Sure.
So I knew that I was turning up to, 20 to 30, 20, 25 appraisals a month from you guys very, very consistently.
Awesome. So it was like generating that consistency within the business, like clockwork, every month. So it was just there.
Correct.
Background.
And again, I would say accountability as well, because, I mean, I feel like you guys are a part of the team. I feel like you are, part of my team. I don't say that lightly. I mean, I can always call you, and, we're always talking about, okay, what calls are we going to be making, things like that. But, as far as just booking those appraisals, like, you feel like you're a real estate agent. Some months where you, like, we turn up here and do 8 appraisals. It's like, because we weren't on the phone, you're like, fuck, like, that's shit. Whereas, like, okay, no, we've done 20, 25 appraisals plus whatever we've booked.
Yep.
You're like, okay, well, at least we can see the ship's moving in the right direction. So I suppose it was more of an accountability and a positivity thing from you guys.
Cool. Excellent. So, when you say accountability, it was kind of like a reflection, like we would do some calls, we'd be booking you appointments that would prompt you to do more calls and book more appointments. Definitely.
And then you'd send the numbers through, and it's like 200 dials. And for some of them, it's like 70 connects. And it's like, okay, great, that's awesome. But then it's like one day, I think you guys, one week you booked us 9 or 10 appraisals.
Yeah, man.
Which is crazy. It's like, okay, well, there's someone who's sitting very, very highly trained. I'm not diminishing that, but they're not real estate agents. So there's these guys that you've told them the script.
Yes.
And they're booking us the appraisals. So it's just like, well, why am I doing that? So it is also the kick up the arse and go, okay, K2X have given me 15 appraisals this month.
That.
Where's the extra 15 or 20? Okay, we need to get on the phones.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, that's awesome. Is that how you've run your business, kind of working into the future with us? Like, is that what you kind of do? Is that accountability sort of mirroring it?
Definitely. So we go, okay, well, look, worst case, we get X amount of appraisals from you guys.
Yep.
So we know, let's call it 10. It's more than that, but that's 120 appraisals a year.
Sure. Perfect.
That's game changing. A lot of people wouldn't be booking that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not a lot of people would be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Then it's everything on top of that you do on your own.
Excellent, dude. Excellent. So tell me about the first year working with us.
So first year, again, it was just a constant stream of appraisals, which was really exciting. And I mean, again, like what you said, most people want a quick return. I mean, I was a junior agent working for someone, and I was banging my head against the wall, booking all these appraisals, and weren't getting any listings. And it actually took me 12 months to get my boss that I was working for the first listing that was online. So I knew, but I didn't quit. I was told, make the calls, book the appraisals, the listings will come.
Yes.
So I came in with a different mindset. If I thought that we're going to do a month of K2X and I'm going to be writing $1 million, like I would have shot myself. Like I would have quit.
Yep.
But I think it's coming in with that long-term mindset.
Right.
But not only that, it's like 120 appraisals that you book me, or whatever it is. It's like they're people that we probably wouldn't have known. So it's like it's adding to the business as well. So first 12 months, you got us a shitload of appraisals and definitely opportunities. Again, because it's been quite a while, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I would say, we probably broke even.
Yep.
And again, I'd probably say, across the board, we're definitely ahead.
Yes.
Well ahead in some of the listings that you've got us in the last couple of months.
And do you think that's been like a snowball effect over the last say the first year broke even, second year you got an incremental gain, and then as it progressed throughout the years of working together, do you think that has been like a clear snowball effect of momentum build?
Definitely. Because I mean, again, he who does the most appraisals wins, right?
100%.
So again, it's like first year, there were people that we appraised that we didn't know. We were able to add them to our database in the nurturing program, add them to a certain pipeline. Are they selling 6, 12 months, 5 years, whatever? Keep in contact with them. So then the following years, the people that were 12 months ago that you booked us didn't sell, right? So then the next year, like the third year, so there's like the 2 years behind that all build to then reach the third year. So I don't think it's like a 10%, 20%, 30%. It's almost like it's a 10%, 50%, 100%. Like awesome, that's how it has to work.
Yeah, cool. Excellent, bro. Fantastic. And tell us, there's like some recent wins that you had over this year. Tell me a couple of stories, like if you can.
Yeah, definitely. So again, like most people, don't answer numbers these days. And not many people want to hear from real estate agents. So, 28 Maritimo Street. I'm not sure if we can do the address, but anyway, 28 Maritimo Street. We booked an appraisal back in 2017, and they weren't selling, but at some stage they were selling. Like most people would call them at least 3 times a year, let them know about what's going on. Nice. I think in the 7 or 8 year time frame, they probably answered the phone twice.
Sure.
So weren't even on the pipeline in terms of someone that was selling. And in fact, I'd actually laugh every time because I'd be like, they haven't answered again. No worries. But just keep making the calls.
Yep.
You guys got us in to the property.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, great. Like we can finally have an actual conversation with these guys for the first time in 5 years.
Sure.
We turn up prepared, obviously like you have to.
Yes.
Turns out they were selling. Awesome. Listed the property, ended up selling it for 3.55 million.
Excellent.
So again, I mean, hopefully they would have called us.
Yep.
But who knows? Who knows? So I feel like, that's something that we may have not have gotten if it wasn't for you guys.
Yep.
Second story is 32 Fromelles Avenue.
Sure.
I called the bloke, appraised, kept in contact. Hey, we're going to be in the area doing appraisals. I'll let him know about a sale, whatever it was. I can't remember the dialogue. Pretty much hung up the phone. No, I'm not selling.
Sure.
No, I'm not selling.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. Diarise and call him in 6 months or whatever. The next day, I get an invitation from 32 Fromelles Avenue. I'm like, far out. Like, I don't want to go and praise this bloke. He's not doing anything. So I called him up. Obviously try to qualify him a little bit. No, I'm not selling. Starts asking me a couple of questions about, would you auction it for sale? What's your commission? What's your marketing?
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, no, I definitely need to appraise this bloke.
Yep.
Got in the front door, started asking a couple of questions. Turns out he bought a property on Saturday. We're sitting there on Tuesday. Sign up the property on the spot.
Excellent.
So again, someone that I'd spoken to 7 days before probably wasn't going to use us.
Yep.
You guys got us the opportunity to be in front of them.
Cool.
And obviously went to work and signed it.
Yep.
And again, that was a sale that we've got for 2.8 million.
Yes.
That I don't think we would have got without you guys.
Perfect.
So that's all this year.
Great.
That is all this year.
Excellent. I'll tell you what's funny about that story. Because a lot of leads that we will send through, especially as like appointments, a lot of them price checks. And a lot of the people tell us they're not going to sell. So that's what you experience right then.
All the time.
Yeah, they say they're not going to sell, but clearly they have some motivation. They're holding their cards close to their chest. They don't trust anyone right now.
Correct.
And you uncovered that, obviously, from his line of questioning to you.
Sure.
Yeah, right. How many of those people do you think you would find, from the appointments that we set through or the pipeline sales we sent through?
A lot.
Sort of
I'd say most of them, again, it feels really nice. It's like hitting the pokies, hit the jackpot. It's like the guy wants to sell, come round in a week. Like that's quite rare.
Sure.
And if you don't know them, I mean, like what's the chances of you getting that business?
Yep.
But countless times, to Joe Blogs, to Smith Street, never selling. Like I'm joking, but it's like underline never selling.
Never selling, yeah.
You turn up there, it's like, well, in actual fact, we saw the one down the road sell for 4.7 million. Like, look, that would excite us to sell.
Why is that? Why do the people do that?
Look, I think most people are untrusting, not of agents. Well, yes, they are of agents,
of
but
course.
In the world that we live in with technology and obviously social media, everything going, I think most people are untrustworthy of people.
Yep.
Then you add the sales aspect to it. Then you add a real estate agent.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
coupling.
feel like most people do not want to tell the truth or say anything to a real estate agent.
Yep. They don't.
So I feel like, and again, linking it back to you guys, I mean, like there's lots of people that would probably have my number saved, Morgan McGrath. Like, not that I've done anything wrong to them, but it's just like, I can't be bothered. Like, I'm not selling. Morgan, like, I'm not going to answer. You guys give them a call. It's a number they don't answer. Hey, we're going to be in the street. Then we go around there and figure out that they're bloody selling. Like, it's just a
excellent
mind fuck.
It is a mind fuck. It is a mind fuck, bro. 100%. Like, I experience it with my day-to-day stuff. You know, it's a mind fuck. You have to change your number up, and that's what I tell agents a lot of the times, because like some of the things that will happen is we'll send through a result sheet to agents, and agents will be like, oh, I got these XYZ, these pipeline sales, got a couple of appointments. Awesome. And, you know, I've called these appointments, they haven't answered. I'm like, okay, cool. Have you called these people before? I'm like, yeah, we've spoken to them a while back, but, you know, yada, yada, yada. Or maybe not. A lot of the time it comes down to that person's number. If they're calling that person, it's an agent, the person has it on block or screening their calls. Not because they don't like them, not because they don't, you know, value their opinion, but just because they don't need it right now. And they're just like, I can't be bothered with it. But then we've spoken to that person, we've found some information, sending it to that agent, it's very worthwhile that they get in contact with them. So like, change your number, go around and door knock it, do whatever you can to get in front of them, right? Stuff like that. Well, yeah, just that's what I experienced personally talking to agents. So it's refreshing to hear it, the success story on the other end, you know?
But I say another one that's massive is maybe a little bit of complacency in me in the dialogue. So, you know, you bang out your whatever calls, you know, you see Callan that we appraised 5 years ago or whatever, and like, oh, fuck, he's not selling. Or, hey, number 2 Smith Street just sold, just thought I'd let you know that I'll speak to you soon. Whereas you guys, obviously your dialogue is to get in the door. So there's been lots of times where I've called somebody, then 2 weeks, like, oh, hey, yeah, great, I'll diarise to call you in 6 months. You guys call, get us back in the front door. Then again, face to face, gets down to it, they want to sell in the next 6 to 12 months. Whereas like I may have diarised to call them in 4 to 6 months, it might have, oh, Morgan, we've just signed with another agent. So again, I feel like sometimes we get complacent as agents, not asking the right questions. You guys have got the script embedded into your, and obviously you cracking the whip in the nicest possible way with the KPIs and all that kind of stuff. But you guys want to get us indoors, whereas sometimes I feel like maybe we're a little bit complacent with that and I'm missing opportunities. And
I think there's also like, with a lot of agents now, the database itself, when they're speaking to people in the database, there's people around here, it's your local market, you don't want to tread on toes, you don't want to seem too pushy, you don't want to burn people, right? That's like the biggest thing. And I think when we approach the call, we're not burning people, but we are trying to get you an outcome in the best possible way, which I think a lot of agents, even competitors, are not doing, right? Because no one wants to tread on people's toes.
Correct.
Interesting, bro. So like, I know, we're in the 5th year now. Do you think you're in a net positive using K2X?
Definitely.
Perfect.
But I mean, I feel like, you know, 5 years in real estate or in life is really not a long time. And I mean, obviously, if you want to make quick money, like go and buy Bitcoin, or you know, go buy the stocks or whatever. Like, you know, I don't want to fuck around with that kind of stuff. But I feel like
I love Bitcoin, but
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just
sell real estate. That's another conversation. But
but I feel like yes. I mean, we're definitely in a positive. But even if we were broke even, or even if it cost us money, like the appraisals that you've got us into, the stuff that we would have never have gotten into, like I can see that's dollar figures down the track.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And I won't mention the address. You guys got us into an $8, maybe a $9 million home.
Great.
Sitting on my database, has never answered a phone call. There's probably 15 voicemails. You guys got us in there. They want to sell in the next 12 months.
Perfect, bro. Excellent.
So that's hopefully 10 million bucks. So sign that up at 2%, mate. Like that's what? Another 5 years? Another 10 years at K2X? You know,
another 10 years
you know
at
what I mean,
K2X,
mate? It's like that's the stuff that you're dealing with.
Lovely. Fantastic, bro. And your next year, what's it look like for you? Like prospecting wise, lead gen wise, just business overall, what's it look like?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'd love to finish off this year strong. We've got a few bits of stock that we need to sell that are a little bit slow at the moment, but that's fine. So I'd love to clear the decks and set up a few things for the new year.
Cool.
We've got a few things launching very early next year, so would love to be back here early Jan and on the phones.
Great.
And obviously get you guys there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I would say just my goal for the next 6 months is just to be more consistent on the prospecting, because maybe that's fallen fallen off
Sure.
a little bit in the last couple of months. But
Yeah.
trying to be a lot more consistent with my phone calls.
That's cool. That's cool. Like, I mean, that happens, right? That happens with any person. But I mean, I think the coolest thing I've always appreciated about you is you've always been one to manage a good ship, and you've always been one to have good business ethics, and you're a hard worker, bro.
Thanks, mate.
So you and your brother. So I think, I can't wait for the next year.
Yeah, buddy.
Right? It's going to be a freaking huge year
exactly.
for both of us. And dude, I really appreciate you taking the time just to hang out
No worries,
and have a chat.
No worries.
Can I ask you, we used to do that old question, was like if someone's sitting on the fence and all that kind of crap. But can I ask you, if there is someone that's like contemplating using K2X, they might be a bit afraid about getting into it, they might be scared about handing over their database, which is a big common fear for a lot of people. What would you say to that person?
Firstly, no one owns a database. Like, you think that you are the only person calling that agent.
Sure.
So that buyer or seller or whatever, mate, every agent in the area has that person's number. Yep. So no one owns data.
Yes.
So if you're not calling them, they're calling them, right?
Great.
So I would say that's the first thing.
So true.
The second thing is, like, just give it a crack. Like, and don't give it a crack for 3 weeks. Give it a crack for 6 months, and then look back, and you will literally be sitting in front of people that you'd never known. Could they be selling tomorrow? Like, maybe. Like, are they selling next week? Potentially. So I would say just give it a crack. Like, we spend so much money on marketing ourselves. Like, happy to spend $1,000 on a Facebook post, or we're happy to spend $500 on a DL or whatever, because the owner doesn't want to pay for it. Like, that could get you 5 appraisals.
Yep.
Like this week.
Awesome.
That could be, sellers potentially next year.
Yeah, 100%.
So again, it's just do the cost analysis and just give it a crack.
Legend, bro. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
No worries,
Appreciate it. Let's do another one of those.